Hey there, did you just get back from a run? I did, and I'm going to stretch out. We're going to do a quick stretch. You may need an optional strap or block. And this stretch is going to loosen our calves, our hamstrings, our back, our hips, all the usual suspects after a run. And I want you to come into a standing position with your feet close together or hip width apart. Either is fine. Inhale your arms down, around, and up. Exhale through your nose. Fold forward over your feet. Hands to the mat. Inhale, come up, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, arms down, around, and up. This is a sun breath, similar to the beginning of a sun salutation. It's a really great full body stretch. So we're going to do about 4 more. Inhale, down, around, and up. Inhaling, exhaling through your nose. Exhale, really float your arms down. Bend your knees as much as you need to for a straight back. Inhale, flat back, spine grows long. Exhale, down. Inhale, down, around, and up. Palms come to meet. Hands to heart. And I want you to think about inhaling first and then moving with your breath. So inhale, arms down, around, and up. Hands come to touch. Exhale, push the air away. Continue to bend your knees as you need to keep a nice long spine. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms float back up. Palms come to touch. Hands to heart. Last 2. Inhale, arms down, around, and up. Push the air away as you fold forward over your toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, arms begin to float back up towards the sky. Palms come to meet, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, down, around, and up. Hands come to meet. Exhale, fold forward over your feet. Head points down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway up, really using your abs. Exhale, down. Inhale, float your arms back up towards the sky. Palms come to meet. Exhale, hands to the heart. The first part of the stretch is going to be done standing, and there are a few seated and reclining poses at the very end. So even if you don't get to the end, if you're out and about and running, just doing the first few moves will really loosen you up. It's best to do these moves after you've run, immediately after you've run, while your muscles are still warm. And I want you to just bend your knees, hands go towards your thighs, and we're just going to do some standing cat-cow. So inhale. Look up slightly. Exhale, draw your abs in, really round your back. Look within. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round like a cat. Inhale, slowly arch and lengthen that back. Exhale, round. Really getting all the air out of your abs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One last time. Then on our last cat, just bend your knees and fold forward over your legs. You can have your hands on the mat. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to bring your body close to your upper thighs. You can also take a hold of your elbows and kind of Sway from side to side. Let those hamstrings loosen up. Let the back release. And 5 breaths here. In and out through your nose. Head points down towards the mat. Come back down to the mat if you're not already there. Inhale, very slowly begin to round up, 1 vertebrae at a time. That is the last thing to come up. Take a really wide stance on your mat. Turn your left foot to face the short end of your mat. And turn in that back foot about 30 degrees. You want your hips to be square to the long end of your mat, so put your hands on your hips. And when you're comfortable with that, look over your left leg and then try and get your knee down to a 90-degree angle. You may need to step out a little wider. Inhale, arms come out. We're not just hanging there, we're really stretching out. Inhale, straighten the leg without locking out your knee. Exhale down. Dynamic stretching is great before a run, and it's really great after a run as well. Let's get that blood pumping to where we need it to go. Last one. Straighten that leg. Take your back leg, step it in just a little bit. Once again, make sure that your hips are square to the long end of your mat. And then begin to push your hips back towards the back of the mat. And then you should be naturally coming out over that front leg. Actually, this is where a block is very handy. So, the block by your front leg. Front leg is straight. Hips go towards the back of the mat. And then begin to reach your bottom hand down your shin. Upper hand comes up, trying to stack your shoulders. For most of us, holding on to a block is going to make this a much better alignment. And while we're here, I just want you to circle your arm around 3 times. We think we don't use our arms, but the faster your arms pump, the faster you run. We really do use them a lot. Let that go. Move that block over to the other side. And then take your feet out wide again. Hips are still facing towards the long end of the mat. But this time I want you to point your toes in. Again, hands on hips. Spine grows long. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Knees can be bent. Head points down towards the mat. You want to take your left hand towards the center and then raise your right hand up towards the sky or the ceiling. Couple breaths here. Exhale, bring that hand back down. Place it in the center of the mat. Exhale with the left arm to the sky or ceiling. Really pull those abs in. The twist comes from your abs, not from your back. Exhale your arm down. Inhale, come halfway up, pause. Exhale, slowly come all the way up. This time, I want you to point your right foot straight towards the short end of your mat. Take a really wide stance. Try and get the heel of your front foot to intersect the arch of your back foot. Hands to hips. Square them to the long end of your mat. Inhale, arms are pointing to either end of the mat. It really feels as if you're being pulled apart. Head looks over your front arm. Bend your front knee down to 90-degree angle. Inhale up. Exhale down. A few more times. Really activating those legs by pushing into the mat. Tailbone points down towards your mat. Last one. Straighten your leg. Hands go to hips. Back leg steps in a little bit. Grab that block if you're using it. Put it on the inside of your front foot. Square your hips towards the long end of your mat. And then inhale, begin to push your hips back. Thinking about elongating through your spine, not just collapsing over. Exhale, front arm goes down your shin. Up arm comes up, shoulders stack, hands block. And just circle that arm around. Let that go. Bring both hands to the mat. Runner's lunge. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Again. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, abs pull in. Breathing in and out through our nose. Always have the option to bring your back knee to the mat. Let's go ahead and switch those legs. Other leg comes up. Heel pushes back to the back of your mat. Exhale, bring that back knee to the mat. You have a choice here. I'll get these blocks out of the way. You shouldn't need them again. So you have a choice. Our next pose, we're going to do archer arms. So I'm going to turn around for a second so you see what I mean. You may want your strap for this one. You'll take one arm up, bend it down, other arm up, bend that up. And as you see, they're always saying, try and get your hands together. And you can see my shoulders are way too tight. They're not anywhere close. That's what the exercise band is for. And of course the strap works too. Turn around so you can see what I'm doing in the front. So this is your choice. You can do this, do the archer arms with an easy seat, or you can do shoelace. And all you're going to do to do shoelace is you're going to take your left knee on top of your right and try and wiggle your heels towards your hips. It's a good hip opener. Take your exercise band, if you're using it, in your left hand. Arm comes up and back. Opposite end is reaching up. Just really kind of try and pull those arms away. Several deep breaths here. Let that go. If you're doing an easy seat, change the cross of your legs. And if you're doing shoelace, bring your right knee on top of your left knee. See if you can wiggle your feet down towards your hips. Take the exercise band in your right arm and grab it with your left arm. Try and pull them apart and really pushing your head back into your upper arm. Getting a nice tricep stretch at the same time. Breathing in and out through your nose. let that go. Might want to hold onto that exercise strap for our last pose. And the soles of your feet to your mat. Slowly come on down to your back. Legs go straight out. And your right leg up. Put the strap around your foot. And let it come over towards the side. Opposite arm can be out in a T. This feels really great if you have a tight IT band. Even if you don't, it's a really good stretch for that IT band. If your foot comes off the floor like mine is, if it's not reaching the floor, the other option is to grab that block and put it under the foot. And let your foot just relax into the block. A couple of deep breaths here. So last pose before going into Savasana. Please, please, please don't skip Savasana. We're going to do second side. You don't need to move. I just need to swing around so you guys can see me and I'm not hitting the deck railing. Sorry about the hat. I'm not kidding when I said I just came back from a run. Alright, bend your leg up. Go ahead and put your exercise strap around your foot if you're using it. And then just let your leg fall over towards the floor. And get a nice stretch through your IT band right here. Through your IT band, through your hips. Just let your muscles relax, breathing in and out through your nose. Move that exercise band, put that off to the side. You're going to go into Savasana. Stretch out one leg straight on your mat, let it fall open. Stretch the other leg out to meet it, let it fall open. Legs can be as wide as the mat. Keep your arms down by your body. You can be above your head too if that feels good to you. If you feel like you need more calm, more grounding, you can have your palms facing down. Otherwise, have your palms up. And just begin to deepen your breath. Notice how your breath feels. This is a pretty short practice, and I really encourage you, anywhere where you need more time, just pause the video and take that time. You can hold these poses for a lot longer than I could for this short video. And I also, as I said earlier, really encourage you to take as much time in Savasana as you can. This is going to help you slow down, relax, release whatever's been bothering you, calm down. Begin to relax your eyes, relax your face, let your jaw soften. Relax your neck. Feel your arms supported by the earth. Let go of any tension you might be holding in your shoulders. Let them melt down into the earth. Relax your chest. Let your abs soften. Let your hips soften and open. Feel your legs supported by the earth. And your feet. really encourage you to stay here longer. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to take you out of Savasana now. If you'd like to stay longer, just go ahead and pause the video. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring some movement back into your body. Circle your wrists and your ankles. One direction, pause, another direction. A really deep breath in and stretch your arms over your head and point your feet towards the end of your mat. Maybe wiggle just a little bit. Let go of any tension. Inhale, take one knee into your chest. And the other. Exhale, roll over onto your right side. Head is cradled on your arm. Pause here. Eyes are closed. Knees are up towards the chest, kind of a fetal position. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice how you're feeling. Do you feel any differently than you did before you started to stretch out? Does one side feel different than the other? Totally normal. And slowly begin to push yourself up into an upright seated position. Taking an easy seat, eyes are still closed. Bring the palms of your hands together at your heart in prayer position. Begin to rub your hands back and forth, bringing yourself back into this day, into this moment. We only ever have this moment right here, right now. Slightly bow your head over your hands and begin to blink your eyes open, taking in your mat, on the floor, beginning to raise your head. Thank you so much for joining me and stretching out after my long run. I really needed that. I hope you did too, and I hope that it really helps you feel so much looser, so much calmer. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.